someone else does it for us, and just like was said before, we can, there's a lot of different paths you can go down for certain trades. Like for me, I'm more of the parts that are, we don't do rebuilds and stuff. There's people who we send things away to and they do it for us. So there's different pathways that you can go down in all different trades, like especially diesel fitting. But doing that, pulling the engine out and getting a new one and putting it straight back in is sort of how it works in the mining industry, because it means that we can get the truck back running as quick as possible because we don't have the downtime of rebuilding things ourselves. Just a little bit of advice for you guys. If you are wanting to do an apprenticeship, like I know 4 years seems like a long time, but if you want to do it, commit to it. Just finish the 4 years because it is really so worth it. And at the end, I'm a really happy person in my trade. I love what I'm doing, and it's really good when to have the self accomplishment that you went through 4 years and you've done it. You feel good. You feel good about yourself knowing that you've completed something and whatnot. And the world is always going to need tradies. So if you're thinking of doing one, just go for it and commit to it. Do the 4 years. If you decide afterwards it's not what you want to do, there's always other things out there. But if you start it, finish it, because it really is worth it. Yeah.
Thank you. I will pass you over to Angela.
First of all, I think a big round of applause for this fabulous panel. It's just been excellent. And some of the messages that have come through there are so important. I know your teachers emphasise those messages, but I think the poor teachers don't have the credibility, unfortunately, but they're certainly being backed up by the panel about how you need to prepare for your jobs and your apprenticeship. So well done, teachers, for the work that you do in your classrooms to back this up. So once again, thank you very much, panel. And now we're going to move into question and answer mode. Teachers, 1 minute with your groups of students just to get some questions together, and then we'll start passing the microphone around. Students, if you're going to ask a question, direct it to a member of the panel. Don't just ask a general question. Thank you. Teachers and students, if we could now settle down for question and answer time. Okay. Mrs. Stanley here will move round the room so that you can speak into a microphone so we can all hear the question. Can I please have quiet? Thank you. Right, first question, please. Young man here from Redwood State College, please.
I was just wondering if I could ask GMH, how hard is it to start a business in electrical, like from the ground up?
It's probably one of the most difficult tasks I've ever done. Yeah, starting a business is it's a commitment. Yeah. You really need to commit the time, the energy, the effort, the consistency. You need to give it 100% all the time.
About 150, I'd say.
Yeah.
And very little leisure time to get it going. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For my first 3 years of business, I probably worked between 80 and 100 hours a week.
But a very rewarding business, I'm sure. Right, next question, please. We might move to another school just to give everybody a chance and be fair. All right. We can come back to you though. Another school, please. Oh, everybody's questions answered. Cantai over here. Thank you.
Okay, this question is for Rachel. So, have you ever been doubted that you're a female in the tradie industry?
I'd like to say no, because I personally don't really care if they don't think I can do it. You know, I've grown up being around my dad a lot. He's a mechanic. You know, I've had a little bit of exposure to it before I actually went into the trade. And even if you didn't, you just got to believe in yourself. Like, no one else is going to put the hard work in except you. If you can prove to them that you can do the job, and you know you can prove to them that you want to be there and you want to do, regardless of if you're a male or female. But I know that there probably is people who have thought, oh, you know, she's a girl, like, or you know, that sort of thing. But as long as you sort of, you just got to do it yourself. Like, no one else is gonna sort of boost you up and whatnot. You know, it's a whole other world out there. Like, coming out of school, like I graduated in 2017, so not too long ago, and I remember thinking like, holy hell, this is a lot different. And you just gotta believe in yourself, and you got to do it yourself, because no one else is going to, and you just got to prove to them that, yeah, you're interested and this is what you want to do, and it doesn't matter if I'm a girl. Sort of thing. Does that answer your question?
And I'll answer that too, if you don't mind, quickly. She's got a photo on that TV right behind her. Last year's Apprentice of the Year for her industry, so, you know, beating 600 other people in the region.
Well done. Round of applause for Rachel. Excellent. And I think those important messages that we heard earlier on about persistence and being resilient, regardless of what job you're at, is very important. You've got to stick it out if you believe in it. Okay. Now, another school, please. I think.
Smithfield has a question.
Okay. Another school, please. Who have we got? Smithfield. Thank you.
This is just like a general question.
Excuse me, could you stand up, please? Otherwise, we can't hear the question. Thank you. Sorry about that. It's a bit far away.
This is just like a general question. Would you rather someone that's like gone to year 12 and finished school, or would it be better if let's go with that.
I'm happy to have a crack at that first.
Great question.
I think it's a really good question. We always have 2 or 3 apprentices on the roll at once, and some have finished year 10, some have finished year 12. And initially, I always thought maybe year 12's better, there's a little bit better literacy, some numeracy things going on, because it can be a little bit tough to trade. But certainly, the apprentice we have now, our last apprentice just gone to second year, finished year 10, and is one of the best apprentices I've ever had. And I don't think it came down to the fact that he hadn't finished year 12 or did it. He's just so passionate about just wanting to do something. He shows up to work, and he's got a good disposition. And so he's definitely breaking the mould in my head of whether you should finish year 12 or not. But I think by finishing year 12, there's quite a few advantages. You're going to end up having a driver's license, right? And so often when you end up going to a job and you're a first year apprentice, some of the jobs are going to be going to pick up parts. And so if you don't have a driver's license, it's actually pretty difficult to do that. Can be a long way to walk. So, and you're just a little bit more robust, I think, by the time having 2 more years at school, the challenges of putting assignments in and getting bad marks and improving and fixing, you're just a little bit more robust. But by no means would I knock anyone back because they haven't finished year 12. I would just vet them a little bit with the questions to make sure that they're right for us.
I think Ben might have a good answer to this one too.
Yeah, I'm a little bit mixed with the answer. Everyone that comes aboard and has a bit of a trial or apprentices, I have 3 apprentices at the moment, from different walks of life, and it comes down to the person's interest and drive and actual passion to be there. I don't mind if someone has finished year 10 and is getting into work and has the drive and energy to do it, then I'll organise for something to be with someone so he doesn't have to drive. His mum doesn't have to drive him to go get parts. You know, he can be on site with the boys working and putting the effort in and learning his ability and trade early. But the year 12 is an advantage for someone that is still trying to find that little niche in what they want to do. And the additional 2 years at school is a plus, only for that point where you can grasp the activities and do some time getting your head around what it is that you want, and then you can